Politics. Whether you seek to be a part of it or not, it still affects you as an individual in the US. There are countless areas of politics that can be talked about in this video, but for the sake of time and this project, I want to dive specifically into social media and political polarization. Imagine this scenario. A high schooler is scrolling through social media, such as Twitter or Instagram, and they encounter a rather interesting post of President Donald Trump's 100th post of the week. They decide to check the comments of the post and, they're no better. This scenario is an example of someone who witnessed political polarization on social media. Political polarization is essentially the increasing divide between people over ideological beliefs in politics. This can be commonly characterized through someone calling another person an idiot for believing in something different than what they think. In its most simplest form, it's disliking someone for their political belief. And as you may or may not know, the US has two main political parties, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, both with their own separate political beliefs. And as you can imagine, this characteristic of the US is in itself a contributor to polarization, as it's pretty easy to dislike someone for being in the opposite party as you. While it's easy to simply scroll away from all the arguments and hate online, it's just as easy to miss how political polarization actually affects our communities. For example, Thanksgiving recently passed and there's been a decade-long joke to never mention politics at the dinner table. The reason why is because mentioning politics will get your elders and relatives arguing for hours on end about politics. While it is admittedly amusing, it's not too crazy to say that sometimes families can be shattered or even ruined by these arguments, an extreme consequence of political polarization. These issues are not exclusive to families, as on the actual government political level, political polarization can sometimes lead to gridlock in Congress, where they make the laws. Gridlock in its most simplified form is when Congress can't make a decision because representatives, especially ones of opposite parties, can't come to an agreement. This prevents Congress from doing their job to help your and other people's communities, which is called a government shutdown. This actually happened recently, and luckily, we've recently gotten out of it too. While social media helps people gather news information, social media is also no stranger to contributing to the spread of hate online. Moreover, it can expose people to biased media sources, which forms extreme political beliefs that can further contribute to political polarization. News media is a whole other political topic, so in short, just be aware of your news sources and think of how they change your beliefs. What cannot be done is to continue avoiding the existence of political polarization, and what can instead be done is to increase the awareness of political polarization on social media, as it has become apparent that some people don't even realize that they're slowly contributing to a nation full of hatred. By achieving this, we can make an effective effort to reduce discourse over politics, potentially turning hatred into productive time that is spent ensuring that you can live a better life.